Yeah. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well. Welcome to our kitchen, wherever you are in the world. Today we're doing a Barry Tries. This is a Barry Tries TikTok flour chicken. That's an amazing title. Yes, if you've not heard of seitan before, it's kind of like a vegan, vegetarian option alternative to chicken. I've made it before, but not just with this. Flour and water, and apparently this is nuts. It's been really viral, going really popular. I have made it before, as I say, and I got an absolute mountain of crazy ingredients such as nutritional yeast and active wheat gluten off of Amazon just to make it even possible, and that was quite tasty, to be fair. But this is just this, and it takes quite a while, so we're going to jump to the first step now, and that involves getting a bowl and getting, oh my gosh, some chicken. No, looked at it. I started already. I've looked at like some flour that I've weighed out. Oh my gosh, please don't drop this. I am going to try and enhance it though as well. So we're going to make the main dough and then we're going to see if we can improve it. I'll come on to that. Yep, so this is 6 cups or 720 grams of plain flour. And this isn't even warm water. This is just cold, straight in there like that. And I'm gonna just try and do this with one hand so I can turn off and move my camera and show you this from another angle in a minute. But we do just, oh my gosh. It's like cement. Oh, I'm finding, this still feels really wet. I hope I got my ratios right, but there's still loads of flour hiding at the bottom, and by letting it rest, it probably will balance out a little bit and firm up, but it's still really lumpy, so I'm gonna keep kneading it. Yeah, I just watched the video back and it says this should be a ball of dough. It looks more like an ice cream machine. So luckily I've got the flour in reach here. I'm just gonna keep adding it in until I can, well, make a ball out of it rather than a waterfall. All right, so I've just washed my hands off camera and I've come back just to knead it one more time, and I added probably about 1/3 more of the total dough, but I'm really happy with that. I've got kind of, I hope I've not turned it into pizza dough now and completely destroyed the recipe, but I've always gone by the fact that when I'm making dough, that when it starts to sort of dry your fingers out a little bit and it's not tacky and sticking to it, it feels ready. So, straight in here, cover it, Rapmaster 3000. This is left for an hour. Please work. This larger bowl, I'm gonna wash this up in the meantime, obviously clear down a little bit, because, well, you'll see. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? This is gonna be nuts. So it's been just over an hour, and whilst we were kneading this, we were sort of warming and stretching the gluten in the flour and getting it to work. And whilst it's been resting, it's basically been doing that. It's been kind of like, oh yeah, been like relaxing. So, we now dunk it under water. This is kind of like when you see me slice potatoes before when we made chips to get the starch off. It might take a while, and I have never done this before. You want to kind of make it pure gluten. Trying to get it out of the bowl. Right, here we go. Oh, it is way smoother, and it does feel relaxed. Still a little tacky, in fact, tackier than it was. But apparently, once we get this starch off, it should have the same amount of protein equivalent as normal chicken. We're going to need to replace the water over and over, but by pouring this first batch on there, hopefully you'll see that water, ooh, that's quite clear at the moment, but as we need it, there we go. Oh wow, this feels so wrong but so right. Wow, look at the colour of that. That, folks, is the starch that as we work this through, we need to replace the water, keep repeating that until it's almost clear. Not perfect, but getting as much of this out as we can. I'm just gonna keep doing this and I'll tell you how many times it's taken me, okay? Looks like milk. Folks, it's taken so long to do this step. I'm literally on my 20th batch of water. It doesn't feel like it's changing, but the texture definitely is. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's getting more strandy, but I'm kind of left with this floury water mixture, which is like glue. It's like PVA glue, but flour and water does make a glue. So I'm just gonna keep going. It's taking a very long time. Not sure if you can see, but I mean, I'm not gonna get it perfectly clear, but that took I don't know, about 50 washes to get it like that. But we are left, it's gone really sort of shredded and textured, way more like the seitan that I've seen before. The only thing is we haven't got that much of it. And it actually doesn't tell me to do this, but it is wet. So I'm gonna put this on a sieve to kind of dry out. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't say to do this, but I wanna make sure this is kind of dried out. It won't take long. Look, there's even more coming through. That flour and paste mixture is everywhere. I just had to clean my lens, my camera, my tripod. Be very, very careful with this. But surprisingly, it hasn't actually drained off much more, but it's stayed really kind of moist. Now, this is where I want to try and improve this recipe. We haven't got that much of this, so I'm going to take about a third, oh my gosh, of the original bit. So just like a blob like this, okay? And this will be our original one. And this is one that I want to adapt. Now, let's get back to Barry from last night. Yeah, thanks Barry from tomorrow morning. This is me from last night. And I just got last person in the supermarket situation where they're like, oh no, not him again. Oh my gosh, chicken seasoning. This says chicken seasoning on it. Don't let it throw you. It is vegan. It's suitable for vegans. It's basically like a Kentucky Fried Chicken style coating in one jar rather than buying 4 or 5 jars and making your own. It's got all the ones I want. I don't know if you've had like a bag of crisps recently that are beef or bacon flavored. If you look at the label, some of them, not all of them, don't sue me, are sometimes vegan or at least vegetarian friendly. And actually, I think some brands of bacon bits are vegan as well. Again, check the label. And again, don't sue me. Right, back to tomorrow morning. We're going to use this in our improved one at least, maybe some more. Yes, thank you Barry from last night. I've actually divided the dough up again because I remembered the first instance of this recipe that I saw, the dough, okay, it boils like we do with other seitan in just water, which I think will be insanely bland. So we divided that smaller ball up again, and also our larger one, which is where we're going to pump some of this chicken seasoning into it right now. Hopefully that'll help it. So we're going to let them rest, and this one needs to rest too for 2 hours. But before we do, we are going to shimmy in. I'm going to go for 1, 2 big old heaped dollops of that seasoning. Oh my gosh, oh, that smells so good. Oh, and yeah, look, we're just not getting on the surface. We want to really drive it through. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, the colour of my hand. I've been fake tanning or something. 2 hours to rest again. I don't know why we need to let it rest again, but wow. This is nuts. It's been like nearly 2 hours now, and we've come back from walking the dogs, and it is rested. Like in even these smaller bits, you can see they've almost doubled in size, which is awesome, and they probably relaxed again, because apparently I've never done this before. For this, we need to kind of braid it. Which obviously I'm not an expert of braiding hair, as Chloe will confess. Yeah. But apparently by doing that and pulling it, it helps create even more sort of meaty shreds on it. So maybe this is optional. It's going to be tricky with the small bits, but we're going to give it a go. But look, you can see how droopy it is, and it is stained, which is great. But apparently we kind of want to get it into a long strip shape like this. Wow, that is really easy to manipulate. Look at that. Awesome. My hands are getting so much food abuse today, it's unbelievable. So like, I'm gonna give them a quick wash and then we'll get the food scissors out to braid. This is so weird. So I've got my expert here. Now apparently by doing this, over and then under.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like that, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then like that. Is that right?
Not all the way over, I don't think. Wait. It's so hard, like not on hair. Copy this.
Copy this? What are you on about?
I think I might
oh gosh.
Just like step away.
Oh wow.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm trying to braid.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened at the top there, but we'll start again. I've got 3 strips.
Yeah.
Both our daughters don't know how to do it.
So you go over.
What, all the way?
No, just to there. Okay.
Right.
It's hair. Done.
It's not hair.
No, done.
Is it that to that?
Oh, hang on. Put it back. Just do it without thinking. So do that one, over to there. This is so hard when you're not actually doing it.
That surely goes there, doesn't it?
That one. No, other way. Start again. That in there.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Okay. And then that in there.
In the middle. Okay. Yeah, you might as well get your hands on.
It might be easier if I just do
Yeah,
it.
okay, you do it. I washed my hands and Googled how to braid, and I look up. And Mrs. B, I don't know if you know fully what you're doing, you're just gone into that zone where you just do it, which is awesome.
It's better if I just don't talk about it, just don't think about it and just do it.
Looks good to me. That's a blooming good job, actually. Fair play. Now, apparently, it's good practice to tie some knots in it. So all of this is creating loads of threads to make it, I don't know, more chickeny. But then we bring it all together. Let's just do one big knot like that. And then tuck it there. And now, apparently, that is kind of going to be much more fibrous and like cut like chicken.
Yeah?
I really hope that was worth it. Mrs. B is going to give me a braided masterclass off camera. The red board is the one that we're just boiling in the water. This one in the stock with this, which has turned out epically. I had flour ready, but as you can see with the consistency when we're holding it, like it stretches and holds together. It's awesome. So it is not sticky at all, and it just keeps growing. I will say though, this is the little ones that we braided. Like trying to pull it now, it feels way stronger. So maybe that has actually done something. But all I'm going to do is I need 2 bits, so I'm going to cut it straight down the middle so we can have one standard bit of chicken and one nugget that will actually fry with the coating. Yep, so for context, the plain ones, plain board, just boiling water, 2 little nuggets. 2 nuggets here. This is the one that's going in the stock, which should hopefully infuse it. And this is our marinated one, which has got nuggets as well, but also some larger chicken style pieces too. They could all expand in size. When I've made seitan before, that's happened once. So we'll see what happens. We could get bigger nuggets, or they'll do. Right, our pan of normal water is ready, so I'm sticking those in right away. Look at that. Aha! But apparently about half an hour, and I'd imagine they're going to rise to the surface. Not much going on right now, but we'll go to the stock as well. Vegetable stock, in it goes. There are 2 in there. Now, I want to give it as fair an opportunity as possible. So, our marinated one, I'm kind of worried that it might wash off if I dunk it in with this and I'll forget which one's which. So, if this one cooks quicker, which I think it will, we'll just put stock in there and get these going, all right? Makes sense? It just looks like a big swamp. I really think this will make a difference. All right, it's been half an hour. I'm getting this out. The weight of it, it feels like cooked chicken. I can't explain it. We're gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna stick the marinade stuff in the stock now. And I'm gonna make sure that they don't join together in there because I can't see what's going on. But vegetable stock away, and we're close to testing this. The marinade has kind of marbled. Oh my gosh! It's marbled on there, it's stained it. Can you see? And it actually looks like pieces of chicken. I think that's why we did the braiding. It just gives it that uneven texture. Look at that. There's like the flavour is in. That smells so much better already than these. Alrighty, here we go. It kind of gets more pale as you go down. I've got some buttermilk and a mixture of our chicken seasoning and flour. And I said I hate frying. This is like my 3rd video in the last 4, I think, where we've actually started frying. So we've got some oil there. So to do a true taste test, we'll have some plain chicken and then we'll have some fried with the coating to see if it is just the coating that will make the difference. So we can take our plain one. I'm not going to marinate it in the buttermilk, but this is just going to help to give it a little bit of a grip, as we saw the other day when we made the Korean fried chicken, which was sensational. Just to say, I know buttermilk isn't ideal for vegans, but I had that left over from the Korean chicken video the other day, so there are alternatives that you can use. I just used that and it was blooming gorgeous. Then just shimmy on some of that coating, pass it all around. Oh my gosh. And we go in with the boring one first of all. Oh. And see what happens. You don't have to fry it like that either. You can have a little bit of shallow oil in a pan and just fry it each side like you would like a steak or something like that.
Oh wow! This looks like a bit of fried chicken.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Right, down there. Oh!
Wow.
I'll cook up the rest of them, but you can see this could be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Alright folks, so here is the plain one, just for a nice little close-up so you can see before we gobble these up. Fried and pretty much boiled in H2O. This is its brother, which has been cooked in the stock. The only thing I can say is, and they both got a good crunch on it, this one smells a bit more like soup, so maybe there'll be a bit more flavour. And this is the one that we marinated and cooked in the stock. Got a bigger piece left for the chicken, which we'll slice into just to see what the fibres look like. It smells so good. But I have a daughter that likes vegetarian food. So I've made her this. Brioche bun, vegan mayo, the marinated fried one, a little bit of lettuce. I'm very, very jealous. Phoebes, you can have this and we'll all test it now. Share it?
No.
Why not?
Because
Because what?
I don't want to.
Oh look! I've just sliced a little bit off. It does pull apart like chicken strands. It's got like threads. That's awesome. Oh, Amy, you getting excited? Wow. All right, taste test. This is the one boiled in the water first of all on its own. So go for the one without the coating. That is purely flour and water.
That is disgusting.
Disgusting?
It's a bit plain.
It's very plain. Let's try it with a fried coating.
Okay. That makes it bearable.
Yeah, bearable. Yeah, you get the flavour of the coating, but then once you hit the middle of it, like, yeah, okay. So, yeah.
That's okay.
All right. This one was soaked in a simmering stock for 30 minutes.
You can taste the stock.
Very slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah? You can get a bit, no? Brilliant. Honesty of kids. What about you, Phoebes?
It's like that plain one, but with a bit more flavour.
Try the crispy one. So this should hopefully be a bit better. That coating's really nice.
It is.
It's a lot better.
Yeah?
I think it's that crunchiness of the coating that really
Yeah,
helps.
it's kind of saving it.
Yeah.
Well, I made a lot of this. This is the marinated, simmered in stock. So the ultimate, which Phoebe, you're going to have in a burger in a minute as well. So, you know, a little bit if you want.
Yeah. You can kind of taste that.
There's more in there.
That has got the most flavour of all of them.
It has, but it's not that nice at the same time.
Why did you put it down?
Because it's not yummy.
Oh, right. For me, that has got way more flavour. There's at least something going on.
This looks like a chicken nugget.
Well, that's the plan, mate.
That's nice.
That works. Why does that work? The plain one was a bit, I agree with you, Chloe, but maybe not as harsh, but
I just think it's that crispy fried coating that really helps.
it does, doesn't it?
That's got so much more flavour. It's nice.
I could actually eat that
Yeah.
as little bits, like a popcorn chicken kind of. I could, do, you know what I mean? That's nice. Not too like huge chunks like that. Wouldn't want it in a burger. But that's what I'm saying. It's about like masking those flavours, right? So hopefully that, Phoebe, for you, is going to be your dream lunch.
There we go.
It's my favourite.
So we'll let Phoebe try that in the post-credits. Thank you so much for watching. I've really enjoyed doing this. If you've missed any other Barry Tries video, we've done one some famous chefs, famous blogs, some real crazy stuff. There's been in the same one that's coming from a tasty one, which I will be doing. Some of you probably know which one that is. But I think as a conclusion, you should give that a go. But ram it full of flavour. What about you guys?
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Flavour it. Lots.
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 Phoebe's just like, I just want to eat the burger. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Right, post-credit scene.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, you're like one of those fast food adverts. I'm hoping you've got all the different textures there, the crunch of the lettuce, the vegan mayo. Vegan mayo is amazing, isn't it?
Very nice.
It's so good. Well, I don't know what's in it.
That's nice.
Yeah?
Yes.
Does it taste like a chicken burger?
It does. Even though I haven't had chicken in a while, but it kind of does. The seitan was very flavoured, and the brioche bun and the lettuce and the mayo made it even more flavoured and really yummy. And it's very yummy. You should try it.
Brilliant. Thanks, Phoebes. That amazing description.
Thank you.
I think in conclusion for me, as I start to edit this video, considering the base of that was none of the nutritional yeast or any of the other stuff I bought before, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. Definitely cook it in stock. And then if you can coat it, just to add more flavour to it. I think that's all it is. It's about masking it. You could char it perhaps, but just ram it full of flavour and it's not too bad. See you later.